Payson, Broski Fever, something, Archile, Bonk, Popcorn. Sasquatch.
Bonk, I think, is a GM level player.
So obviously, if those names, I'd mentioned Sasquatch because I think that would be the one that we would know.
Well, you know, like a lot of these people could be Korean pros or something, or they just.
That's living in the States with a little American flag next to their name in the brackets.
Well, you can set your flag to be American.
Yeah.
On your account.
Oh, okay. I think they screen it. They make you put in your social security or something.
Really? I must have snuck through that one then.
I don't know.
So why don't we talk about the game at hand, actually?
Yeah, so a little bit of context again, guys. If you're just now joining us, thank you for the patience with the stream. Hopefully it doesn't go down again. I don't want to jinx anything. If there was wood, I would knock on it. But really excited to be presenting this tournament to you guys on a wonderful Friday evening. We're gonna have coverage all weekend long, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So if you have nothing to do on the weekend, or you just want to watch awesome StarCraft with okay commentary, twitch.tv/MLGSE2 is going to be your source the entire weekend. Literally, if you decide to tune in at any time, either A, will be live, or B, there'll be a rebroadcast up for the day before. So I think isn't that a great ability there? Like I think that's a great thing.
It's pretty awesome.
To have that. Wow, a Nexus just died.
That's okay. It's kind of expected with the way the builds were.
Yeah, so to explain context behind this match, sorry.
Why is he attacking his own building?
Because he doesn't like it. This is the match where this is the best of one where Nick plays the winner.
Yep.
So Nick, what have you learned so far?
So both these guys know the builds. Like they both played builds you see pros play, and their timings were very close into it. So they're not like, you know, Bronze Joe or whatever. But there's been some question marks on the execution side, I think. For example, well, his Mothership Core either died at the start, which I think it actually did, looking at units lost earlier. He had 250, which I think was Mothership Core and a probe. And so that messed up his build. And then, of course, the other issue is just kind of the Stalker micro was not. So these guys aren't. I would put them at guessing. Low Masters. Be
careful, because you're going to be playing them. Okay, Low Masters
is my random guess. It's hard to tell from one game, though. Like, this is plus or minus. They could be anywhere from, like, High Masters to, like, Low Diamond or something like that. So there's a pretty big plus or minus from just seeing. I mean, I've only seen a couple minutes of the game, right? I was out for most of the opening of it as well.
I mean, as it stands, we can read some obvious numbers, 39 to 35 in supply in favor of the Red Protoss. However, the Nexus is down a little bit faster for Hoyle, and look at that, Probably Diaz. That's nice.
And that was all because if you take a look at the workers killed tab over there, 13, that was the Oracle. He did a 3-gate pressure into Oracle.
Yeah.
And, you know, one of the big problems, the 3-gate pressure into Oracle, he actually could have saved his Nexus. But he lost his Mothership Core early, is I think what happened. I wasn't here, so maybe he just never got it. But he didn't have a Photon Overcharge when he really should have. For doing the fast expansion build, you need that Photon Overcharge up as soon as possible.
On the Nexus to help with those Stalkers. You know, when I'm trying to decide what build I probably favor in PvP nowadays, as far as getting those early Stalkers, which is what Hoyle did, versus going for that fast expansion, which is what Dokkaebi did.
Yep.
I feel like on a map like this, there is decent accessibility to the main base with Blink. Am I reading that correctly? Yeah, look at that.
Yeah,
it goes all the way around the side there. So I don't know if I would feel confident to expand very fast on this map. But that being said, the rush distance is crazy long. So it might be one of those things where you can get away with it, even if your opponent goes for that Stalker stuff.
And you're not usually too worried about Blink because you get the Robo super fast.
Right.
So he's gonna have a lot of Immortals. But you're worried if things like 3-gate Stargate can be problematic or a 4-gate can be problematic. Blink used to be a much bigger threat, actually, in Wings of Liberty. It was weird. At first, everyone thought that Blink would be the best thing to do by far with the Mothership Core giving you high ground vision or hallucination. Like, there's easier high ground vision, right? You don't have to pay for the observer.
Sure. Which makes Blink pretty powerful.
Yeah, it does. But also, and at first it was, but as people got their timings down more, they did remember make Blink also 30 seconds longer to research. So every Blink attack is half a minute slower.
Sure.
And that's one more mortal out, which makes a huge difference as well for the defender, right? So
because ideally you want to split your mortals to have some defending the low ground, some defending the high ground, depending on how many you have. But that's going to be the essential tool in dealing with the Blink Stalker pressure. Speaking of pressures, Hoyle coming forward with a couple Void Rays, some Sentries and Zealots. He's going to be shooed away. Of course, that Photon Overcharge is going to be very helpful. But hoyle, this isn't a committed attack. He's happy behind this. He's making
Yeah.
probes, making void rays, making more gateways. He's not trying to kill his opponent.
I think he's just gonna win the game though.
You think he's
As soon as
which
Floated
is
Overcharge
great.
goes
And I
away.
love how you can say something like that, and it's obvious he's doing stuff back home. Like it's not like a situation where he's super committed all in. It's an attack that he can fall back on if he wants.
He can, although his tech is pretty low. He's been cutting a lot of probes. In fact, actually, he has no detection. He's trying to make an Oracle.
Oh, there's the GG. Oh.
Wow. You know what?
Did Idra switch to Protoss?
Let me check something.
And change his name.
I mean, he could have easily killed the expansion without a problem with what he had here. You know what? We could have had a weird base race situation because, yes, it was a correct GG if KuJo was smart and put this army onto high ground. He does have 1 DT in here, actually. That might be enough to... I kind of feel that was a little bit... Or he probably was dead, but he could have gone for 1 attack, and if he killed everything...
Yeah.
Just do a base trade because he gets the Oracle outright, run all the probes, and maybe something weird can happen.
Yep. And now into Infinity,
Yep.
that DT will be attempting to destroy that blue Protoss
Yep.
base until the end of time. Cool. So now we know who you're going to play.
Yes.
You're